Hello, and welcome back to another fun filled day of math, quarantine style. This is the third installment of Algebra 2 lessons with Hotard. Before we get to the math, one quick topic we need to discuss: professional dress in the age of internet teaching. For those of you wondering, saying, hey, he still has this nice collared shirt on. Yes, it's true. I am just wearing shorts under this. Anyways, let's get started with the lesson. Okay, today we are going to be finishing up 6.5. We will be evaluating logarithms. All right, the practice page that I posted on Moodle along with this to 6.5 review, the first half of the practice page, 1 through 10, is just review of the last lesson, expanding and condensing logarithms. You're going to need to be able to do this in order to be able to do the lesson today. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to pause the video, pull up that 6.5 review page, answer questions 1 through 10, and then check your answers on the answer key. Make sure you have that down before we start today's lesson. Did you do it? Of course you did. I'm sure you did. You always do what I ask you to do. So now let's get started with the lesson. All right, we're going to be evaluating these logarithms, actually coming up with a number answer for these using two different methods. First of all, we're going to be using those properties of logarithms that you just practiced on that 6.5 review page. And then after that, we're going to be using what's called the change of base formula. It's a way of typing it in your calculator. So starting with properties of logarithms, if I want to figure out log base whatever of something. If I know this already, if this is given to me, log base 2 of 3 is about 1.585, log base 2 of 7 is about 2.807. And I want to figure out, first of all, log base 2 of 7/3. Now 7/3, this is like 7 divided by 3. Now using those properties of logarithms you just practiced with, when I have division, when I have log of something divided by something, I can turn that into a what kind of problem? Subtraction. So I'm going to use the same strategy here. Log base 2 of 7/3, that's like saying log base 2 of 7 minus log base 2 of 3. All right, I just expanded it just like we just did. All right, and then I know log base 2 of 7 is this number, log base 2 of 3 is this number, so I'm just going to wind up subtracting these two numbers. I'm going to be doing 2.807 minus 1.585, and I can just type that in my calculator, and I will have my answer. So 2.807 minus 1.585, my answer is 1.222. All right, problem B. Very similar. It's asking for log base 2 of 3/7. 3 divided by 7. Again, it's division, so I can turn it into subtraction. I'm going to wind up doing the exact same thing. I'm just going to be subtracting log base 2 of 3. I'm going to be doing 1.585 minus 2.807. So 1.585 minus 2.807. So it's going to be the exact same answer as last time, except it's going to be negative. Negative 1.222. Now problem C, log base 2 of 21. Now, I don't know anything about log of 21. I know log base 2 of 3 and log base 2 of 7. How could I make 21 out of 3 and 7? 3 times 7. Log base 2 of 21, this is log base 2 of 3 times 7. Now, it's multiplication this time. Remember, if you have log of something times something, you could turn that into what kind of problem? Addition. So this is going to be, I can rewrite this as log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 7. And I know what log base 2 of 3 and log base 2 of 7 is. It's these numbers. So I'm just going to wind up adding these numbers together. So that's going to be 1.585 plus 2.807. And just type that in my calculator and I will have my answer. So 1.585 plus 2.807. There it is, 4.392. All right, last two problems. Problem D, log base 2 of 9. All right, again, I don't know 9, but I know log base 2 of 3, and I know log base 2 of 7. I don't have to use everything every time. In fact, I don't have to use the 7 at all. How can I make 9 out of 3? 3 times 3. This is log base 2 of 3 times 3. It's multiplication, so I can turn it into what kind of problem? Addition. So I'm just going to wind up adding this to itself. That's going to be 1.585 plus itself, or times 2. So 1.585 plus 1.585, there it is, 3.17. And then the last problem, log base 2 of 49. I'm going to do the same exact thing here. This time I can make 49 by doing 7 times 7. So I don't need to use log base 2 of 3 at all. I'm just going to use this number. 7 times 7 gives me 49, so I'm going to add 2.807 to itself. And that will give me, let's just multiply by 2, 5.614. So that is evaluating logs using the properties of logarithms. Now, on the 6.5 review page, you should have already worked out 1 through 10. All right, the problems like what we just did are actually down at the very bottom, 15 through 18. I want to look at one of them really quick. Number 15, well, really for all of these, they give you more information than you actually need. Number 15 asks you to find log base 7 of 88, and I know information about log base 7 of 11, 12, and 8. So how can I make 88 out of 11, 12, or 8? It's 11 times 8. And again, since that's multiplication, it's 11 times 8. What would I wind up doing with these two numbers? I would add them. So my answer for number 15 is just going to be 1.2 plus 1.1, which is what? 2.3. So now I want you to pause the video. I want you to try the rest of the problems down on bottom, 15 through 18. All right, check your answers on the answer key. Make sure you got those right, and then restart the video. We'll finish. Okay, now for the last part of the lesson. All right, there is a way to type this in your calculator. If I want to figure out log of some number. Now, remember your calculator has two log buttons. It has the log button right here. That's just log. You click that, it lets you hit log of a number, but it does not put a base on it. Remember, if there's no base, that means the base is automatically what? 10. All right, and then there's also the LN button, natural log. That's log base E. Your calculator, every calculator can do those two logs. Now, in order to type something like this, if I had to figure out log base 2 of 6 or log base 6 of 2, some of the newer calculators, if you have a newer calculator, you can hit the math button and then you could scroll down to the bottom and there'll be a feature set that says log base. This calculator doesn't have it, but if you have that, you could hit enter and it'll let you just type in these problems exactly as you see them. It's really easy. If you do not have that calculator though, all right, I don't have that here with me at my house, but you can use something called change of base formula. It's really easy. If I had to figure out log base something of something, I could just type log of x, log of that number, divided by log of the base. The base always goes on bottom, remember, base, bottom. Okay, so for problem A, log base 2 of 6, yes, if you have a newer calculator, you can just hit math, go down to log base, and type it in as you see it. But if you don't have that, you can type log of 6 divided by log of 2. Just type that in your calculator, and it makes you use parentheses, so it's going to look like this. Let me get this to where you can actually see it. Log of 6, close the parentheses, divided by log of 2. Close the parentheses. Make sure you put in the base on bottom. Make sure you put log on both of these. So the answer is going to be about 2.585. Approximately 2.585. In case you're wondering, that little squiggly equal sign just means it's approximately equal to that. Now, problem B. Is that the exact same thing? No, it's not. I'm going to type it in reverse. I'm going to type log of 2 divided by log of 6. The base always goes on bottom when you do a change of base formula. So log 2, close that, divided by log 6. So my answer is going to be about 0.387. And then the last problem, log base 7 of 22. Should I type log of 7 divided by log of 22 or log of 22 divided by log of 7? It's going to be log of 22 divided by log of 7. The base goes on bottom. So type that in, you will have your answer. Get this to where you can actually see it. Log 22 divided by log 7. So my answer is about 1.588. Okay, so go ahead now, finish the rest of that 6.5 review page, check your answers on my key. Remember, you can email me if you have any questions about the notes or about any of the problems on the practice page. Just send me an email. Remember, I'm checking my email every day, 10 to noon, and I'll check periodically after that too. If you have any questions, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Y'all be safe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.